Hello everyone, how are you? I am Erin. I am a psychic and energy healer, and this is my channel, Energy with Erin. Welcome or welcome back. How are you guys doing? Today is Thursday, June 18th. Almost at the end of the work week. How are you guys doing? You hanging in there? So I just want to let you guys know this video is going to be about the super new moon in Gemini that we had on Sunday. Sorry, I'm a couple days late. I apologize, but better late than never. All right, so that's what we're going to look into today. Before we begin, let's see what the affirmation of the day is. Let the good times roll. Just like the song, I would sing it, but I would get a copyright strike. So let the good times roll, guys. We're in good energy. This new moon was really easy, good, fun energy. The energy is going to start culminating starting tomorrow into this weekend and next week. There's going to be some stuff coming up in July. I've talked about it earlier in the month. In July, things are when certain astrological things in the chart are starting to click into place. And everything is going to be changing in July. There's a lot of stuff. There's something coming. It's a shakeup. Like while I was getting this ready, I literally felt like a shakeup like this. It's like, oh, okay, but you know what? It's what we need. And it's going to be okay. So please enjoy this weekend. Just be aware that some stuff is going to start coming up, okay? So why don't we jump into the new moon reading? So let's see. It occurred on Sunday, the 14th at 10:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was a super new moon, which we've heard of super full moons, right? I had no idea that it can also occur on a new moon. So I learned something new. So, like I said earlier, it's easy energy. What are new moons about? New moons are all about a clean slate, because new moons are when the sky is completely dark. It looks like there is no moon out. It's about fresh starts, pure potential. It's a very introspective time, like kind of going within and asking yourself what you want or what you want to work on for the next lunar cycle. It's all about manifesting. So I hope you guys manifested. You can still do it. It's a little bit late, usually 3 days before, 3 days after an event. The energy is still good. You can do that stuff. And it's really good for cleansing and clearing yourself, your home, crystals, whatever. It's a good time to slow down. Like I said, plant some seeds and align with what you truly desire. So with the super new moon, right, that just amplifies that energy. So the what makes the super new moon or full moon is when the moon is really, really close to Earth, which means it affects us more, right? It can change the tidal waves. We are made of a lot of water, so it can change us as well. So usually in super full moons, like everyone goes super, super crazy, right? I don't know if you guys noticed it. For me, I slept that whole night. Like I could not get enough sleep, and that is not like me. I've been sleeping a lot this week, and I'm pretty sure it's from the super new moon. So let me know if you guys are experiencing anything like that. So yeah, it amplifies the new moon energy. So this is about new beginnings, aligning with possibly your soul purpose at this time. And you will be noticing some fated events are happening in your life, and some synchronicities are going to be happening. So it's in Gemini. What is Gemini? So let's see the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Geminis are the twins. They are all about communication, okay? They're a mutable air sign. The mutable signs are adaptable, they're flexible, they are comfortable with change and transition and transformation. When they're evolved, when they're unevolved, they don't like that. They hate change. And then they're an air sign. So the air sign is all about your intellect, your communication, your curiosity, ideas versus emotions, right? And they like to look at the big picture of things. And because their sign is the twins, that's all about dualism. Like sometimes Gemini can be two-faced, like they're really good and then they can switch on a dime. They have multifaceted personalities and they're very socially adaptable. They're known as social chameleons, right? And they are ruled by the planet of Mercury. Mercury is all about communication and intellect, and that is what Geminis love. They love communicating and they love learning new information. Gemini, here's a picture of Gemini. These are just for our visuals. They got two B's instead of twins. And Gemini also rules the third house in the astrological wheel. And the third house is communication. So right on point, right? And then in the tarot, they are the Lover's card. right? And the lovers are about partnerships of all kinds, not just love. Union between two people, duality and choice. That's where the twins, the duality comes in, right? So very nice. Let's see some crystals. Oh, before we go into the crystals, actually, you know what? Let's do the crystals real quick. Crystals for Geminis that are really good. Any kind of agate. There's so many kinds of agates, you guys. Agates for me are they're soft and they're really smooth, like the energy, and they're really nice to touch, but they're not my favorite family. I like quartz and calcites more, but I have some flower agate here. There's like moss agate. There's so many different kinds of banded agate. Like, ugh, the list goes on and on. But this is really good for stability, growth, manifestations, and emotional healing. Flower agate. Another crystal that's really good for Geminis or Gemini season is fluorite. We love fluorite here. Oh my God, especially if you have ADD, ADHD, it is very good for helping you focus. If you're a student, this helps you study and remember things. This is a multicolored fluorite. It's got purple and green. But fluorite is really good for organization and people with OCD tendencies. Geminis definitely have that, right? So this is going to help to kind of calm their mind down. And then another really good stone for Geminis are howlite. Howlite's really good for restlessness, overthinking, which Geminis definitely do, having patience. They struggle with that as well, and getting to sleep, because remember, their mind is racing 24 hours a day, so it's hard for them to unwind and go to sleep. This is a really good sleeping aid stone. It's also really, really good if you are very overly emotional, especially if you're angry. So there you go. There are some crystals for you guys. All right, let's see. Along with what else is going on in the astrology right now, there was an aspect being made to Chiron in the chart, and it was a sextile, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So at this time, you're being asked to heal on an individual level, so healing yourself, helping to heal others if you are in a capacity to do that. Remember, don't pour from an empty cup. And healing society. And that's really like Chiron is going to be going into Taurus, like I think in like a day or two. And it's going to last until 2033. Now it's going to be a very long process. So wounds, being aware of the wounds that you have and the wounds that we as a society have are going to be coming up. But we're going to be coming together to come up with solutions to help fix those problems. So this is a really good transit. There's some other stuff that's going to be thrown in there that's going to kind of be a little weird, but I talked about that earlier in my June video. So if you want to know more about that, look at that. Let's see. It's asking you, this thing in Chiron is asking you to have agency. So like, ask yourself, who is leading your life? Is it you or someone else? Like, really ask yourself that. Like, is it someone in your life who's controlling you? Is it maybe your job? Is it maybe some friends that you have? Is it family members? Is it society as a whole? Like maybe your political party or your religious group? Something like that. Someone is controlling you and you're not aware of it, and you need to become aware of it, and rectify that. Let's see. Yes, and this time is also asking you to take the action step, even if you don't feel you're ready. Take that leap, right? And if you need to do the thing without having any guarantees, it's like, take that risk. It's going to be okay. It says at this time, you're going to be a very busy bee. There's lots of information coming in. You're trying to process it. Make sure you're listening to the messages that you're receiving. It's going to be a lot right now. Probably this whole week you've been feeling that way. It's okay. You're going to have some time to chew on that this weekend. So just kind of go within, woo-saw, and like, okay, there's a lot going on. Let me deal with this. Let your inner voice lead you. You really need to listen to your inner voice and not other people at this time. It's time to take back control in your life. You need to make sure you're making conscious, intentional decisions in your life. Now, that's with everything. From the food you eat, the clothes you wear, what you drink. Be very conscious of what you're putting in your body at this time, because there were a lot of upgrades recently, and there's been a lot of timeline shifts. Like, I don't normally see this, but I've been seeing flashes a lot lately. And like sometimes it's like 3 within an hour. And I'm like, okay, I think that's like a timeline shift. Like I've never noticed that before, but like it's happening to me now. And I'm just like, it's a good thing. We're raising the frequency, but our bodies are the last ones to catch up. So your bodies are going to be taking the hit. So if you want to go eat that McDonald's meal, you are going to have a bad time. So try to do more home cooked meals, that sort of thing. Like just make sure you're nourishing your temple, right? Our body is our temple. Take care of it. Yeah, they said goodbye old patterns, hello to the new patterns. This is like the pivot point. I'm seeing a train track, and you know how like what you can switch the train tracks, like, you know, like the conductor does it or whatever. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, oh, you can take a lot of you are jumping ship and taking the new path. Have that path change and take the new path. And I'm seeing the image of the fool, and I've said this before, but the fool is coming up. Okay, you're so excited, you're at the edge of the cliff, but remember, that nervous energy you're feeling is actually excitement. You're nervous because you've never done it before, but it's actually excitement. Your soul is like, oh my God, it's go time, let's go. And it's the perfect timing. Now is the time to do it, okay? And they say, expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected at this time. Like, no joke. This is a time about when you're going to be discovering who you really are. And that to me is telling me that you're ready for the next level in your spiritual awakening. So congratulations, you've done a shit ton of work. Now you're moving to the next level. Your psychic abilities could be spot on, or your intuition at this time. I know mine are like, to me, it's just like, I'm just living every day, and like, I just live a psychic life at this point. Like, it's not just, oh yeah, a couple things happened to me today. It's like, no, it happens like constantly all the time. So like, that's just kind of what happens when you level up. Like, certain gifts get turned on, and the more you lean into this sort of work or your intuition, the more you can depend on it, and it can really help. Look at this as like a neutral point. Like, they want you to look at life neutrally right now, which means don't have emotions, right? Because Gemini is all about the information and not the emotions. So really try to take a step back. Like, I know, I can feel it. There's a lot of tumultuous things happening with you right now. I'm kind of seeing a vision of like someone like tilling a garden and like mulling over the dirt to make room for the new. But it's like you're in that tumultuous stage right now, but you're the dirt being turned over, and you're like, oh my God, okay? Try to get the emotion out of what's happening and be like, okay, look at this like this isn't my life. Like, my life is a book character, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh, okay, how can I look at the lesson that she's learning, right? Try to do that. So, are we ready to get into the reading? That was kind of the overview of the astrological stuff. Here we go, you guys. So, your tarot, and this is for the energy from this past Sunday the 14th until Tuesday the 29th, when we have a full moon in Capricorn. Interesting. So, your tarot card, and this is the mermaid deck because it's summertime, so I'm like, I have to use my mermaid deck. You got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, or in this deck, it's the 9 of Treasure in reverse. So here's what she looks like upright. In the regular tarot deck, it is a woman in a beautiful, luxurious garden. And this card came up again recently in another reading in the upright position. So this is in the reverse. So this in the reverse is, so 9 in numerology is like the last number in the 1 through 9. It's all about endings and completions. And the pentacles are all about material, worldly things like material wealth and treasures. So this is in the reverse. It's talking about you could be suffering from a financial issue. You could be spending more money than you have to keep up appearances. You could be very guarded at this time about your material items, or just in general. You could be having some material instability at this time. Again, reckless spending, and being superficial. And if you are experiencing these issues, you kind of need to ask yourself, like, get to the root to the problem. Like, what does this issue that I have with the money, where does that come? What is it, and where does it come from? If you can find the root of the issue, you can kind of start untangling it and then tackling it and then solving it. But you have to get to the root, right? So this card is asking you to figure out what's most important at this time. If you're bleeding money and like shopping like crazy on Amazon or wherever you like to spend, be like, okay, no, what is a want versus a need? And a lot of people these days have a problem with that because we are a consumerism culture in America. Everyone's like, yeah, have credit card debt, spend. Like, oh, YOLO, you only live once. Like, who knows? I could die tomorrow. Like, a lot of people have that attitude and they just spend. And then, you know, they don't have money when shit hits the fan. So this could also be telling you that money does not bring happiness. Money does not equate to happiness. right? And like, I know that growing up, like my father used to lavish me with things, but wouldn't spend time with me because he had his own issues, right? And it's just like, okay, you can give me all the money in the world, but I don't want money. I don't want things. I want to spend time with you. So that could be sort of coming up for you at this time. And if none of those things sounds like you, this could mean that you could be going into retirement, or you're able to rest after a lot of years and a lot of work, and you finally have the time to unwind and relax, but you cannot do that. You just can't. You have to go, go, go. And if that is you, you need rejuvenation at this time, and whatever pops into your mind. Like for me, I'm thinking like a spa day, like a 5-hour spa day, like get everything done, facial, massage, nails, hair, everything, you know? So whatever comes to mind when I say rejuvenation, go do that. You need to rest, like truly learn how to rest. It's okay. You're allowed to rest. I know in our culture, it's like go, 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 work, work, work. Learn how to rest, okay? If this is happening in your love life, this could mean that you have a fear of giving up your independence, or you're being guarded in love. If this is your career, this could mean the desire to succeed without actually putting in the work that is necessary. Or you have absolutely no work-life balance. It's either all work and no play, or all play and no work. And if this is your money area, this is about overspending and impulse purchases and wanting easy money. Like, just like, I want to hit the lottery. I want to do that. I don't want to put in the work. That's what this is talking about. So learn the lesson from this card. If this is happening to you, try to figure out where it's coming from and pivot. Remember, we're at a pivot point right now. So there we go. This is also coming up with the Chiron and Aries thing. That's really going to be affecting us economically as a society, and then probably on an individual level. So I have a feeling maybe some of that's starting to come up a little bit. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Be smart with your money, you guys. All right. Next, we have the Soul's Journey card for the next 2 weeks, and I've never seen this card. We have Abundance, the first card in the deck. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Absolutely. And this card is red. I think it's red mostly because in order to manifest properly, you need to be grounded in reality. You can't be airy fairy like, I want a $500 million mansion. That doesn't mean you can't manifest that, but like, just be, you gotta be a little bit more realistic, right? You're not just go from like where you are to like that status. There's stepping stones along the way. And then there's a lot of blue in it, which is telling me to speak your manifestations out loud. Okay. Or writing it. Writing it's really good. So let's see what this says. Always remember that you are God, and God is all about creation. God says yes. The ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Absolutely. If you think you cannot manifest that or you don't deserve it, you will not get it. You won't. Absolutely not. Allow yourself to have fun when manifesting the life you want and enjoy the process. Really, if you have more fun, it happens quicker. I'm not joking. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire into this physical reality. Absolutely. It's all about frequency. It's all about getting yourself on that level to be able to receive. It's, if you want to look at it, a lot of people like to use the example of like tuning into a radio frequency. Tuning into that frequency is what gets you that clear channel, right? That clear radio channel. It's kind of that you have to tweak your frequency in order to receive. So abundance, and this is a really good time for manifesting. So manifest abundance, and you have to be specific sometimes with abundance, because when I first started, I was like, I want abundance in all ways, or now I say all ways. Before I didn't, so it'd be like, oh, I want an abundance of this, and then I got an abundance of like flip-flops, and I'm like, okay, that's not what I meant. And they're like, yeah, you got to be more specific than that. I'm like, okay, good to know. So if you guys didn't know that, there's a tip for you. All right, next we have the Threads of Fate Oracle card, and we have Get Wild. We had this a couple months ago, I think back in March. Get wild. And this to me is telling me get wild with your manifestations. Like that other card just said, have fun with it. Get wild and crazy. Remember, expect the unexpected. What you think is coming for you is actually going to be like 100 times better. And you literally cannot even imagine what it's going to be. So literally get fun, get wild, broaden and open your imagination and run with it. Seriously, it's going to be a good time. So to connect with our wild nature is to bring ourselves into a state of balance. Having been raised in a culture that favors order, control, discipline, and obligatory respect for authority, many of us get a feeling of danger when we start to veer off the given path. This card is asking you to spend some time with the primal, intuitive aspect of yourself. Remember, the new moon is asking you to go within and introspect. What immediately comes to mind when you think of that part of you? If your wild self was a movement, what would it be? If it was a sound, what would it sound like? If it was a song, what's the song? Spend some time asking yourself what it means to you to get wild, and then make some time and space for that. I like that. And then other correspondences with this card is the wolf, because that's the wolf head, blackberry, and aragonite. I don't have any aragonite, but aragonite does look like that. It kind of looks like tubes coming out in like a starburst cluster. It's like a reddish orange stone. It's a good stone to have. It's a really good grounding stone. It's really good for like vitality. So get wild and creative, you guys. Comment down below what projects you're working on that are wild and creative. Like, I know for me, I'm definitely starting to dive into more back-end stuff with my business, and the ball is getting rolling. I'm getting really excited, and it's just like, it's a really great opportunity to like open my mind and learn new skills and like get creative with it, and but like have fun with it and like not judge myself. Like, so I feel like there's something that you guys are working on. There's a project that you've been putting off, and you really, I think you should get creative and get wild with it and jump into that. All right, next we have Raise Your Vibration Oracle card, and we have You Are Worthy. When I saw this, I was like, yes, you are. Absolutely you are. And you know what? Whoever taught you that you were not worthy can go pound sand. I was going to say something really vulgar, but I'm not going to say it. They can go kick rocks for all I care. Like, screw them. You are so worthy. Everyone is worthy. You are worthy of doing the thing you want to do, achieving your dreams that you have, and taking up the space, okay? Screw the people who are telling you you're not worthy and like you don't belong here. You do belong there, and you take up the space you need. And if you need to be brash about it, be brash about it. Don't be rude. But if they're being rude to you, be like, no, I belong here just as much as you belong here. So, valuing yourself has everything to do with raising your vibration. Absolutely. If you have no self-esteem, you're in a low vibe. When you have high self-esteem, your solar plexus right here is wide open, and you feel confident in yourself, and you can live in your truth. It helps you recognize that you are deserving of growth and learning. It reminds you that you are deserving of carving out a pathway to success in whatever way you see fit, okay? Whatever it is that you want to do, it is your way. Your way or the highway. Whoever else is telling you, oh no, that's not, this is the path you should take, this is the normal way of things. No. You are creating and carving your own path. Therefore, you can't cheat. You can't, it's like a test. You can't cheat on someone else's test. It's a different test. You have a different path, and you get to create that path and have fun with it. It's not scary. It's just new, okay? The universe sees you as worthy because you are an extension of its greatness. Do you see yourself as worthy? Do you? How do you answer that question to yourself? And if the question is not yes, you got to figure out why. Your capacity to create a sense of abundance is based on your capacity to believe on how worthy you are, okay? That's why it's coming up, you guys. Such synchronicity. Oh, let me find the card. The abundance, right? When you feel like you're worthy, you can create way more abundance, okay? This, you guys, this is just so synchronistic, this reading. Today, you're encouraged to see yourself in a loving way and to know that you are worthy. You are worthy because abundance is inherent in the universe, and you are a part of that universe. You are worthy because love is who you are. You are worthy because you are dedicated to walking the pathway of truth. If you are living a heart-centered life and you're being honest, doors will open for you. You are worthy because authenticity is shining from the core of your being. Let the light of your soul fill up the cup of your being until you are overflowing. That's beautiful. Vibe of the day is I offer myself the love I deserve, right? We are taught we accept the love we deserve, right? If you have a lot of love problems, it's like, well, someone taught you that you weren't worthy of a better lover or a better partner, right? And that usually stems from like your father. Usually like end up marrying or dating your father unless you figure out that wound and whatever. So when I heard that, I offer myself the love I deserve, it just reminded me, screw everyone else who ever screwed you over and told you you weren't worthy. If they can't give you that love, that's fine. You need to give yourself that love. You should already be giving yourself that love. But if you don't, you should. Because that is where you find your self-worth. It is not in finding validation from other people. It is finding validation within yourself. And for me, what helped me growing up, because I was very connected and whatever, I was always connected to my higher self. And like when I would talk to myself in my head, now I know that I was talking to my higher self and she was helping me get through some really, really hard times and times where I was depressed and felt like I wasn't worthy. And she's like, it's okay. Just keep going. Things are going to get better. And like, she really helped me get through that. So maybe get into meditation and ask some advice from your higher self. That'd be really good at this time. All right, next we have the spirit animal for the next 2 weeks, and you guys got the frog. We have a lot of tree frogs here in the summer, and they're so cute, and I love the noises they make at night. They're so great. We got big frogs, little frogs. Let's see. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. Mercury in retrograde is coming up, and that's all about reviewing, revising, like going back and redoing things. So this is telling me you're probably going to have to clean up the clutter. And this is also telling me like the clutter in your mind as well as the physical clutter. Remember, in Feng Shui, if you have a messy room or house, it's a reflective of a messy mind. And actually, depending on where is messy, can actually point to where the issue or the messiness or the clutter in your mind is. So look that up. I actually saw something recently about that. So frogs, they're all about transformation, emotional healing, and that is related to what's happening with Chiron right now, the wounded healer, right? This is about renewal and metamorphosis, because remember, frogs don't start out as frogs. They start out as like little eggs and they turn to like tadpoles with the tail, and then they slowly start growing their legs, and then they turn into an adult frog, right? So it's all about metamorphosis. This is telling me that pivot point at this time, right? You're leaving the old you behind and reinventing the new you. And it's such an exciting time, you guys. Like, I'm personally going through this right now, but like I can feel that energy from you, and it's just like my heart center is so open, my solar plexus is open, and it's just like, oh my god, it's happening. Like, this is so fun. Oh my god, you guys. Like, so I really hope you're feeling that energy and leaning into that. This could also be meaning abundance and luck. I know in a lot of other cultures, is it Eastern Asian cultures, the frog is a sign of luck. And this is also meaning that your intuition is really coming online, as well as your communication. And this is also, for the time of metamorphosis, it's also pointing to it's time to outgrow old situations, and old situations that your soul on a soul level is ready to let go of. You know deep down the bullshit that you need to let go of. It's time to stop fucking around and let go of what is anchoring you down. I'm literally seeing whatever this is. It could be person, place, situation, whatever. There's a rock at the bottom of the ocean, and you're tied to that rock, and they're holding you back. They're holding you down, but you're allowing them. You have a knife. You can cut yourself free. Ask yourself why you're not cutting yourself free, and try to work towards doing that, okay? Try to liberate yourself. All right, so next we have some words of wisdom cards. Let's see. I want to read them in the order they came out. Okay. All right. Never make yourself small for anyone. And remember, this is about you, reinventing you. People are not going to like when you start actually living from a soul level and living your truth and acting like who you really are. They want to keep you in that box because someone taught them to stay in that box their whole life. So when you try to break free from the cage, they get mad at you. They're like, no, come back here. Come back in this cage with me. Like, that's what's happening. So do not make yourself small anymore. Don't do it. You spent your whole life doing it. Stop. There's a time, and this is the time to pivot and stop. Stop what you're doing, cut the bullshit, and be a different person. Okay? Be the person you came here to be. And if they don't like you, screw it. And you know what? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt because there's gonna be friends, there's gonna be family, there's gonna be people that you thought would be there for you and be your ride or die no matter what. But because you're up leveling in your spiritual awakening right now, vibrationally speaking, you guys aren't a match. You're rising up faster than they are, and sometimes that means they fall away from your life. And that can be really upsetting for some people. But you just have to remember, sometimes people aren't in your life forever. It doesn't mean they won't come back in your life. Maybe they'll reach their next level of spiritual awakening in like a year or two, and you guys will be in the same sphere again. But this is about you at this time. You came here to this earth for you. Yes, you came here to help other people and things too, but you have a mission. You have a purpose here, and it's time to start doing it or taking the steps to get there faster, okay? Sometimes you need to lose yourself in order to find yourself, and that tells me it's the next level in your spiritual awakening. The masks and the ego that you had before your spiritual awakening are starting to fall away, and what fills that void is your soul, not your ego, your humanness, your soul. So yeah, sometimes you need to lose yourself in order to find yourself. This is reminding me of Alice in Wonderland. Like, she went down the rabbit hole, and when she came back out, she was a different person. You need to go down that rabbit hole now. You need to do that pivot point, like we were saying. And then the last thing, what is taking up your time? What is taking up your time? And so this for me is telling me that with this pivot point, you're going to have to be making changes. And where do the changes start? It starts with everyday things that you do. And you need to start, and I've been saying this in recent readings, and it keeps coming up, so it's important. If you want to restructure your life and change your life, look at the goals you want and look at the time in your day that you have. Do a pie chart or do a schedule, like whatever visually looks better for you. And okay, in the 24 hours a day, this is how many hours I sleep, this is how many hours I work, and then like whatever else you need, like if you need gym time, this is my gym time, or this is my therapy time, whatever, add that in, and then see how many hours you have left in the day. See what you can move around and switch around to get more time. Maybe you can wake up earlier. Maybe you can stay up later. Maybe you can just say, hey, one day a week, I need someone to like watch my kids and take care of everything for me so that I have a me day and I can restructure or do the things that I want to do that are important to me. It's very important that you take time for yourself right now. It's okay to be selfish. It is okay. And I know for a lot of empaths, it's very, very hard. They like cannot resist helping other people, which is amazing. You guys have a great heart, but it's like, sometimes when you give too much to everyone else, you don't give enough to yourself. Okay? And that is one of the things that empaths really need to learn in their journey. So hopefully that helps you guys restructure your time. And this is what millionaires do. They look at how much time they have in a day, and they move things around and they figure it out. Like, okay, today I have to get up early to do this, da 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 da. Take some agency in your life. Like I said earlier, take control of your life. Your life, look at it. You're in a boat. We're all in the same ocean. Everyone has different forms of boats depending on, where they live, where they come from, if they had money, if they didn't have money, if they're gifted or if they have struggles or whatever. We're all in this together. But it's like, are you driving, or what's the correct nautical term? Are you, driving the boat? Or is someone else doing it? Or are you on autopilot? It's time to take that control back, okay? Because there's a storm a-coming, okay? Not to scare you, but there's a storm coming. It's nothing you can't weather, but you're going to have to take control in order to get through this storm, okay? Untouched. So keep that in mind. So to end this new super new moon in Gemini, because Gemini is a little spicy and sarcastic, I got my spicy and sarcastic affirmation cards. So we have 2 of them left. Which one do I... Okay, we'll do that last. Once you fall in love with yourself, their game is over. This is from Affirmations from a Badass. So you are a badass. So remember, this is going back to your worth, right? Loving yourself, having that self-esteem, falling in love with yourself, right? So their game is over. Whoever was controlling you, their game is over. Bye-bye. Get the frick out of my life. Stop controlling me like a puppet, because I love myself, okay? I love myself and I'm worthy. I'm worthy of abundance, right? The worthiness card. You are worthy. And the minute you love yourself, you don't need validation or love from anyone else. And I learned that very early in my life, and I'm very glad I did, because I saw a lot of my girlfriends struggle with that sort of thing. And it's hard. It's a big struggle for a lot of people. It's a big challenge for a lot of people. But it's okay. You're here to try to overcome that. So, fall in love with yourself, and no one else can have control over you. And our very last card, ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. This is so funny because I literally just consulted a professional like 2 hours ago about some business stuff. So it's very synchronistic for me. So for me, this is talking about this new thing that you want to do. I want you to get the expert, because we want whatever your dream is to succeed. We want it. We want you to shine out from the rest of the crowd, and we want you to succeed and get business or whatever it is that you're doing. So for me, don't rely on your friends of the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Definitely listen to a professional. Try to get a consultation. Try to see what's in your budget. Do what you can. Maybe trade services if that's something that is applicable to you. But it's not a bad thing. If your friend is the professional, that's okay. It's also good to get an outside perspective. Because sometimes your friends will not be straight up with you, depending on your relationship. Or the internet. Okay, the internet, definitely utilize the internet. Utilize your friends who are in the know. Utilize the internet. But don't only use that. Use that as like a background, so you're kind of cognizant of, what it is that you need more information for. Just so you're not like completely in the dark. But you really should rely on a professional at this time, because what you're building, we want it to last. And in order for something to last, you need to make a really good foundation. If you just rush in and do things half-heartedly, within a year and a half, 2 years, maybe even 3, things are going to start crumbling apart and falling down, and it's going to be really hard to rectify. If you just start off good and solid, you're good. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. I'm experiencing that now in my business. I'm kind of just like, oh my God, I'm ready to get the ball rolling. But it's also like, no, everything happens in divine timing. Like, it's happening as it should. It's okay. Don't rush. It's still happening. I'm just getting excited. So I'm just like, oh, I want it over with, but it's okay. So I hope you guys are doing well with this energy. I hope you are running with it. If you are up leveling in your spiritual awakening journey, congratulations. It's because you put in the hard work, okay? So give yourself a round of applause, a pat on the back. Take yourself out to dinner. Go get a sweet treat, like celebrate your wins, okay? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys are manifesting at this time, or if like anything like applies to you. They're like, oh my God, yes. Like that's totally it. So yeah, it's really good. You guys, like, hang in there. This is good energy. Remember, things are starting to kind of bubble up to the surface in the next week. It is what it is. It's okay. Hang in there. Ground when you need to, and just really go within. Go within. And ask, like, even before you go within, write down some questions and then go within and like contemplate on them. You'll be really surprised at what you get, like the messages your guides will give you. You're gonna be like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And it's just like, yeah, you weren't expecting that, because where you think you're going is not where you're going. You're going someplace way better, but you can't even imagine the way to get there, because it's so out of your like mind, like what your vision of what you think it's going to be. But your guides are so excited, you guys. Like, I can feel them. They're just like, yes, like, here we go. Let's do this. You can do it. They're literally like cheerleaders on the side for you guys. It's really, really good. It's really good stuff. So I hope you all are doing well. Let's see. Ooh, this Sunday we have this summer solstice, and it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And if I didn't say it already, happy birthday to all the Geminis out there. Your season is about to come to an end on Sunday. And then it's my season, Cancer season. I can't wait. But yeah. So I'll be doing the full moon reading on the 29th. I'll probably be maybe I'll do a solstice reading, because it's kind of like halfway through the calendar year. Maybe I'll do a reading of like what's coming next for you in the next 6 months. Let me know if you want that. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, summer solstice, good day to see fairies. They're out celebrating, especially during when the sun is setting. They like gifts. If you want to give them gifts, just make sure you're looking up rules on how to deal with fairies because they're mischievous and all kinds of stuff. They're not all friendly. I'm sure you're gonna be fine though. But yeah, I would ask to see them. Just say, I just want to observe you. I don't want to interact. I just want to observe, and you'll be safe if you say that. So, very interesting, you guys. Anyway, I love you all. I'm sending you peace, love, light, and healing. I am Erin, once again with Energy with Erin, and hopefully within the first week or two of July, I'll have my website up and running and we'll be open for business. So if you guys are interested in a reading or healing or both, or you want to hire me for an event or a party, okay, well that stuff is coming very soon. So I can't wait, you guys. I'm really excited. And I can't wait to see what you guys are working on, whether it's like a personal thing or like an actual creation. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know. But I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.